There's this silent killer to just about every manifestation that you can possibly think of and that you may have ever had in your entire life. That is just, if you don't come to terms with this, it will destroy every single manifestation you have. It will repel every desire that you can conjure up in your being or that you may resonate with. And it's something that it's difficult. There's really nothing, it's no way to measure it. It's no real way to measure it, at least. And it's something that you were just born with. And it's self-worth. So I'm Luther, and this is the self-image alchemy. And in this video, I want to talk about self-worth and why it's so huge. And it's one of the single most powerful things you can really do to ground yourself in, to really start attracting just whatever desire you may even ever have, right? It could be the one thing that's completely blocking everything out of your life. And it's one of the things that me personally, I struggled with for a while. And because of that, I've manifested some really shitty relationships. Of course, with every relationship, you have good moments, bad moments, but just the dynamic, I became so used to a certain dynamic in relationships that it kind of, I just lived a certain way. And I thought it was normal. Like, it wasn't normal. I had very low self-worth. And I didn't realize how much this was really affecting me. And it goes far beyond relationships. If you don't feel you're worthy of receiving something, you will not receive that thing. Because for one, it's a belief and you believe in it. And it's the easiest thing to change because it's something you were born with. Worth. Like, you don't need to compare yourself to anyone. You don't need to measure it. You don't need to prove it to anyone else. You don't need to earn it. You don't need to do anything to increase your worth. You were born with worth. You are worthy. Right? And the second your mind starts to think of reasons why you're worthy, you're wrong. Yeah, absolutely 100% wrong. There isn't a reason why you're worthy. You simply exist. Therefore, you have worth. You are worthy. And anything that you do attach to that, you are automatically worthy of. It's just that simple. You know, as humans, we tend to complicate that and we tend to compare ourselves to other things, you know, hierarchies, like levels, tiers, and all, and we can put labels on everything, like this is worth more than this has more value, yada, yada, yada. It doesn't work like that with people. You are just worthy. There's nothing you need to prove to anyone. You are worth. Period. Don't attach anything else to it. And the issue that I was running into for a very long time, oh my God, it was frustrating. All right, I tried all the things. I watched all these videos. People are telling you like, oh, how to be worthy. You know, you say these affirmations, and don't get me wrong, affirmations help. They help change beliefs, but the affirmations aren't. I was thinking about it wrong, because the affirmations aren't going to make you more worthy. They may help in making you feel a bit more worthy, but it's kind of more of a false sense of worth. What really needs to happen is you need to really come back to believing in your inherent worth that you were born with. This is something that you need to, it's really an understanding that needs to happen, right? And once you have that understanding, yes, affirmations will help. They will help, right? And what really helps and what really helped me was realizing, I guess for me, I'm very analytical. I need something to work with, so that I'm going to give you guys something to work with to try to like actually measure your worth, or try to measure how worthy you may feel is basically what it is. And what that is basically, I look at it like this. Like, think of self-worth as an inherent sense of value that you have, meaning it's just a felt sense of value. And the way that you measure your wealth would be to check in with yourself and see how aligned you are with that truth. That's it. To see how often you honor that truth, right? That's it. That's the only way that I've come up with that you can honestly truly measure your worth, because there is no other real metric to do so other than honoring and being in alignment with your own truth, because the truth is that you are worthy. Anything outside of that is bullshit. It is. Don't let anyone tell you that you aren't worthy of something else. That's insane. Like, who are you to tell me that? And who are you to tell yourself that you aren't worthy of something outside of you? That's crazy. All right? Of course you are. You have an infinite amount of inherent value just by existing. There is no one like you. This is something that I had to understand and really start to be in alignment with that truth. And that's what helped me discover my worth. And don't get me wrong, right? This is a lifelong journey for me because it's huge. Maybe it's not your lifelong journey, but it's mine. And as you start to become more in alignment with that truth, the more you will start to attract things that you desire. And the mistake, this will trip you up, and the mistake that most people make, because they start attracting more things, they actually start to doubt their value. They actually start to diminish it, because they start to believe like, oh, I'm worthy because I have these things. I told you, as I said before earlier, if you attach it to anything else, you're wrong, right? You just say I'm worthy because I have this, or I've attracted this, you're wrong. I'm worthy because I have this much value, you're wrong. You can't measure your value because it's infinite, right? All you can do is simply align yourself with the truth that you are worthy, period. Don't even bother attaching things to your school. What's going to happen, right, is you're going to start, instead of repelling some of your desires, you're going to start naturally attracting them, as long as your other beliefs are in alignment. You're going to start just attracting them, because your worth is now become your truth. You now have that understanding. And then that's when the affirmations will start to come in and actually help you kind of ground yourself in that truth. And that will become your baseline. That will become your reality. And then manifestation becomes a lot easier. Manifestation isn't hard. It's not. That's the easy part. The hard part is healing. That's the hard part. I'm telling you, that's the hard part, because no one wants to face themselves, truly. You know what I mean? They're so afraid to face yourself. And if you can do that, as far as self-worth is concerned, there's a lot of other things, but as far as self-worth is concerned, you will start to attract a lot of manifestations coming to your life. That's exactly what happened to me. So many things that I just didn't believe I was worthy of. I was blocking myself with getting coaching clients at one point in my life when I was doing one-to-one coaching. I was blocking myself with even creating like a website or a business in the first place. I was blocking myself from feeling like I deserved a certain kind of relationship or a certain level of respect in the relationship. I was blocking myself from believing that I had the right to have boundaries with the people in my relationships, and my coworkers, my family, et cetera, my own space. I was blocking myself from driving some of the cars that I wanted. I was blocking myself from living in the neighborhoods that I wanted to be. I was blocking myself from attracting the amount of money that I wanted. And it was all because I didn't believe I was worthy of that. I felt like I needed to get something to be worthy of that. I felt like I needed to be someone else. I completely destroyed my work. You can't destroy it, but my mindset was completely, I was thinking about it all wrong. You have inherent value and inherent worth, right? It's basically the point that I want to stress to you. And the second I started to change that, the second you start to change that, is the moment when all these things will start to manifest for you, because you'll be in alignment with that truth. And we know how alignment works. Once you're aligned with something, it's just the bridge of incidents just unfolds just smoothly. Your manifestations will just pour into you. You have inherent worth, and you are worthy. Period. Don't attach it to anything. And if you need to prove it to yourself, the only way that you can actually prove it to yourself is by, again, checking in to see how often you're in alignment with that truth and how often you're honoring that truth of your worth. There is no settling. You have no need to settle for something when you know that you are worthy. Go after what you want. Like, you don't need to settle. Like, get rid of those doubts. And once you realize this truth, affirmations, well, man, you just double down on them. They will make a world of difference after that. You know? And just be mindful of, like, you know what? I'm worth more than this. And it's okay to say that. Sometimes people take offense to that. Like, oh, well, that's their problem. Because they're settling. You are worth more than that. You are worth more than to let yourself hold yourself back from the things that you truly desire. And that's something that I had to drill into my head. And I want to drill it into your head, because you are worthy. Stop doubting yourself. Like, I couldn't tell you how long I doubted myself for. Sometimes I still do with certain things. Like I said, for me personally, it's a lifelong journey of uncovering that wealth, of being more in alignment with that, with honoring that more often, with grounding myself into that belief. So I just wanted to get that to you guys. I'm super ill prepared, but I wanted you to have that, because you deserve it, because you're worthy of it. So, I've been Luther. This is the Self-Image Alchemy. I'm the Self-Image Alchemist. And once again, I would love to hear your comments on this. If this helped you, please like, subscribe, follow, do all of the things, share it. Leave a comment on some of the things that you are now feel like you are worthy of, or leave a little emoji, with a hashtag or something, or with a little something in alignment with your worth, right? Or either that or something or belief that you're willing to let go of and step into your worthiness, to reclaim it, to remember it, because it hasn't gone anywhere. It's always been with you. To remember it, right? I would love to hear and see that. And again, same links in the description, with a self-image archetype quiz I have. That definitely helps out a lot. Also, my link to my beta course that I'm coming up with, which includes self-worth and a lot of other topics that's going to help change your life. I would love to see you in that. Yeah, definitely join the waiting list. Hop in there. It's tons of emails that I send out about topics like self-worth, among others. I'm actually creating one right now. What else? And I think that's it. Yeah, so until next time, stay worthy.